Angry protest today in India. Angry protest in India today over a new security rule here at America's airports. The TSA is now searching turbans with pat-downs, and if the screener sees fit, is asking for the turbans to be removed. Rajbir Datta considers this racial profiling. He's with the Sikh American Legal Defense and Education Fund. But Wayne Simmons says this is smart security. He's a former CIA operative. But Rajbir, to you first, you say this is racial profiling? Absolutely. I mean, this policy, while security for SALDEF and the Sikh American community is of utmost priority and utmost importance, this policy unnecessarily characterizes the Sikh community as targets of terrorism and is really poorly implemented by TSA. What's poor about it? Well, one, there's no clear understanding in terms of what the policy is and where it came from. The information that local TSA officials are getting on the ground is completely different from what TSA on a national level is actually saying that the policy is. But Wayne, in the wake of 9/11, searching people, patting them down, regardless of what they're wearing or their religious affiliation, isn't this just smart security?
Yeah, Dagan, and listen, I spoke to senior Homeland Security officials today, and look, there is no question that though inconvenient, no one, and I mean no one, is trying to shame or embarrass any religion, any political group, or any citizen. But I must tell you, we're in a post-9/11 era, and it is incumbent upon every American and non-American to understand that we must all do our part. And that means that if there is even the slightest chance that something can be smuggled or used to conceal explosives, then we have to do that. Otherwise, you will have a political group or a religious group or an ethnic group able to smuggle those very weapons because we were too shy to do the great security work that TSA is doing today.
Rajbir, are you, I mean, in other nations, aren't you searched when you board an airliner? In other countries, aren't you wanded? Are you patted down?
No. For example, in Heathrow Airport, you don't have to undergo a pat-down if you go through security. Wayne mentioned a great point in terms of all Americans and all of us making the sacrifice to ensure the security of the United States. If that's really true, and this policy is designed to make sure that any non-metallic threat items get through security, why isn't this policy admitted to every single passenger that goes through security? Why is it only implemented to people with head coverings and most commonly, unfortunately, individuals with turbans?
We're looking at a photo of a turban search at another airport, and it appears that it came from the man doing the searching is also wearing a turban, and he's wanding the gentleman's head. What do you say to that?
That's what TSA policy was. After 9/11, you cannot get on an airplane, you cannot get through security without completely removing your turban. SALDEF was part of a number of groups that worked with TSA to implement new security procedures, and a wand is never a problem. The concern now is the community is receiving information from TSA locally that they must remove all turbans and that all turbans must be searched.
Have they asked you to remove your turban when you've flown recently?
I haven't flown recently since this new policy was implemented, but we've received a number of complaints of individuals flying across the country where they went through security and the turban must be removed and they must search the turban.
Wayne, final word to you.
Yeah, real quickly, look, and I worked against the narco-terrorists for years, and the bottom line is if narco-terrorists and terrorists in general will take the bodies of beautiful young infants and open them up and put drugs and explosives in them, and we look for that, then certainly it should not be a problem for anyone traveling into the United States to welcome any type of search to keep us safe.
Rajbir Datta and Wayne Simmons, thank you both for joining us.